The 2013 Investec Derby, it's one of the most eagerly awaited classics, I think, for some years. The favourite this year is Dawn Approach. Trained by Jim Bolger, he's unbeaten, he's the 5-length winner of the 2000 Guineas at Newmarket. The question is, will he stay a mile and a half? He's been a short price market leader for the Derby since he won at Newmarket. Personally, I have my doubts. He won over 5 furlongs as a juvenile. He won the Coventry, of course, over 6. He wasn't entered for the race originally by trainer Jim Bolger. He was put into the Derby list in April at the behest of Sheikh Mohammed, who acquired a 51% share in the horse last summer. As I say, I have my doubts, and at his current odds, I think it's worth taking on Dawn Approach. Some have suggested that he'll stay a mile and a half because he finished the mile well at Newmarket. My response to that, well, it's piff-paff. You can't possibly tell how a horse is going to stay a mile and a half by the way it runs over a mile. Factor in the fact this is going to be a strongly run mile and a half this year. Aidan O'Brien has got 5 horses in the race. 2 of them have no conceivable chance, and they are there merely to make the pace. They are Festive Cheer and Flying the Flag. The trio from Ballydoyle which have chances: Mars, he was 6th in the 2000 Guineas. We've got Ruler of the World. He was winner of the Chester Vase. He's the only horse in this year's race who's actually won over a mile and a half. But the Ballydoyle Challenge is spearheaded by Battle of Marengo. This horse won the Ballasac Stakes at Leopardstown, and then also he was successful in the Derrinstown Stud Derby Trial. He's progressive, he does everything that's asked of him. He just lacks a bit of stardust from where I'm watching. Elsewhere, we have to talk about the Irish Challenge of Galileo Rock. He's bred to stay. I think he'll be keeping on at the end of the Derby, but I think there'll be others who'll be doing it that little bit quicker. We've got just a 3-pronged English assault on, or defence, if you like, of the Derby this year. Ocean Applause has no conceivable chance and arguably shouldn't even be in the lineup. Meersal is the only course winner. He won the Investec Derby trial here in April. Truth is, he's probably not good enough to win today. The best fancied of the trio, the home trio, is Libertarian, trained in Yorkshire by Elaine Burke. He won the Dante Stakes at York. That's the pre-eminent home trial for the Derby. Remember, he got there late. I think it'll need to be a real burn-up up front for Libertarian to get there in time. I think he's honest, but I don't think he'll be good enough today. So I'm going to return to mainland Europe for the winner of the Derby for 2013. Chopin and Okavango are 2 very interesting horses. Chopin, he's named after a Polish composer, but he's the first German-trained runner in the Investec Derby. He's progressive. He won by 9 lengths in his homeland last time from a horse who then finished 2nd in the German 2000 Guineas. It's difficult to evaluate the form, but I certainly think that Chopin is a player here, but for my selection I'm going to go with Okavango. This horse is trained in France by Andre Fabre. Remember, the Derby was something of a tale of woe for Fabre over the years. He had the likes of Pennycamp, the 2000 Guineas winner, who was defeated at short odds in the Derby. But a couple of years ago everything came right with Pour Moi. Remember that dash from the back by Mikel Barcelona to land the spoils, and him standing up in the stirrups before I think he'd actually crossed the line. There are similarities between Pour Moi and Okavango. They both won the Prix Greffule before they came to Epsom. They also had some match practice of the course at the Breakfast with the Stars media event here at the end of May. That will have just acquainted Okavango with this roller coaster layout at Epsom. He's a horse who's unbeaten. He's got plenty more to offer. He'll stay the trip with no problem. And also, if the ground does stay on the easy side of good, I think that will also be to his advantage. So in summary, I want to take on Dawn Approach at the head of the market. I think he's short enough. I think there are genuine doubts about whether he will get the mile and a half. I think the O'Brien Challenge lacks stardust. The UK Challenge just isn't very good. Then to mainland Europe, Chopin interesting, but Okavango is the selection. Don't forget, of course, you can keep up with the latest news from the Investec Derby 2013 in the Sunday Mirror, the Daily Mirror, and on mirror.co.uk. Good luck.